Sanding down a ceiling is usually the kind of job that makes people want to move out of their house rather than finish the renovation. It is messy, exhausting, and honestly, just plain miserable. That is where this 800-watt disc sander comes into the picture. When you first pick this thing up, you notice the build quality immediately. It has this heavy-duty aluminum frame that feels surprisingly solid, not like some cheap plastic toy that is going to rattle apart after 10 minutes of work. It feels substantial in the hands, which is actually a good thing when you are pushing against a ceiling, because the weight helps keep the head flush against the surface without you having to strain your shoulders quite as much. Now here is the thing about the speed settings. It offers 6 different levels, ranging from 1000 to 2000 RPM. Having that range is actually pretty useful because you are not always dealing with the same material. If you're just knocking down some old, loose plaster or taking off stubborn paint, you can crank it up. But if you are doing a final pass on drywall, you can dial it back so you do not accidentally gouge the paper. The lock-on switch is a small detail, but it is a lifesaver. Not having to keep your finger clamped down on the trigger while you are reaching overhead makes a massive difference in how long you can work before needing a break. The head rotation is another highlight. It is designed to pivot, which means you can hit those awkward corners or edges near the wall-to-ceiling transition without having to contort your body into a pretzel. It comes with 6 sanding pads right out of the box, which is a nice touch since you are going to burn through them pretty quickly on a big project. However, it is not all perfect. While the motor is definitely powerful enough to handle the heavy lifting, this is a corded tool, so you are always going to be tethered to an outlet. You have to be mindful of your cord management, especially when you are moving around a room on a ladder. Also, while the design is sturdy, it is a bit of a beast. If you are not used to overhead work, you will definitely feel it in your arms by the end of the day. It is not exactly lightweight, but that is the trade-off for having a motor that actually has some guts behind it. If you have a massive renovation project ahead and you are tired of doing everything by hand, this is a solid piece of gear that gets the job done without much fuss. It is a workhorse, plain and simple.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.